Alrighty, hello everybody. Feels like it's been a bit. How's everyone doing? I'm a bit low energy because I've been busy, but I'm excited to get back to this finally. I feel like I've sort of accidentally been out of streaming whenever it's coming back to when we would normally do this, so I'm happy to get back to the Nuzlocke. Alright. Well, I haven't done much since last time. Not much has changed. The main thing is I real quick grabbed the bike. Not a big deal. I picked up the egg from Cynthia. And that was pretty much it. But yeah, now... yeah, that is the thing. Life happens. That's how it goes. But now... we can do a few things, actually. Mainly, there's some routes that I want to catch some things on, and we'll go from there. First off, we can just ride this way. And as far as I could tell, we have not caught anything on this route. My memory inevitably is a bit fuzzy, but I double-checked and none of my current Pokemon were from this route. So I think we're fine on that front, just double-checking who even our, like, main catcher was. Definitely not you. Also gonna need to refresh my memory on all our names. Okay. Oh, that would be a worthwhile thing to do. I'm not gonna worry about that right now, since we're not using either in our team currently, but that will be worthwhile to pick up if I ever intend to use them, which... I would like to use them at some point, hypothetically. Alright, these are not really our catchers, but I don't know if we really have a good catcher at the moment. So we'll do our best with... Oh god, the controls. I don't know why I'm fucking up the controls. Who's got, like, the weakest move? I should just actually pay attention to what I'm doing. Astonish, maybe? Maybe that's the weakest. Absorb is pretty weak, even if it is Stab. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Permubs is also pretty tanky, so should be able to endure. Okay, yeah, no, I can pick that up nice and easy then. Alrighty. Ooh, Bronzor! Okay, that simplifies things, because I think Bronzor is... the main thing we can catch in a few upcoming routes. Alright, in which case, though, grass maybe isn't the best idea. God, it's been so long since I played an actual Pokemon game. My brain is forgetting how things work. Trying to remember what type advantages are, buddy-boo-boo. And when I say remember, I mean just double-check, because I'm not bothering with remembering. Okay. No, so grass is a good idea. Yeah, grass is not very effective against steel. Yeah, Gibble would be very nice. Okay, yeah, my brain was just misremembering things, I guess. Okay. Grass and steel do not interact. Why did I think they interacted? Well, that's what I'm reading is off, but whatever, Absorb is weak. Oh yeah, no, that... Resist, you're good. I could probably Razor Leaf and be fine, but I don't want to risk the crit. Just gonna hit a couple times. Realistically, I probably could just throw a ball immediately. It is level 14. Yeah, I'll just throw a ball to make this simple. Hopefully I have plenty. I should probably restock. But, yeah, after we catch this, I'm gonna go see about probably catching Rotom next, because that's just, a nice thing to grab while we're in the area. And then we'll continue on to the next route. Hopefully don't run out of Pokeballs. I forget where Gibble comes in. Is that one of the caves, I believe? Well, anyways, we got the Bronzor. Time for me to name a Pokemon. First name of the stream. What could it be? Oh, is it just a night encounter? I guess that makes sense. Oh yeah, you're right, it's just night. Yeah, in which case, won't worry about that right now, because literally can't. God, daylight savings has been fucking me up the past few days. Okay, cool. I was forgetting what cave Gibble was in, but I knew they were in a cave somewhere. Nom. Nom is to the box. I feel like hypothetically we could get some good use out of Nom. Is there an item up here? No. Unless it's like hidden somewhere. Alright, Nom added to the group. Hell yeah. Oh, Meditite also would have been a good option, but I think we have a chance at Meditite elsewhere. So that is not too much of a concern. Okay, yeah. I skimmed over what some of the upcoming stuff was, just to remind myself, but I obviously did not fully remember. Alright, on to the bike road. And I just walked into a trainer. I don't know if I could have avoided that one, though. This is why you pay attention when you're doing things. Okay. Pikachu, huh? Alright, roughly equal level. I should double check what our level cap is. Okay, good to know. Thank you for that. Is Lamosi ground type yet? No, just water. Okay, I guess it's Takir time, for obvious reason. What are Takir's moves at this point? Okay, we got Magnitude. That works, that works. And realistically, Magnitude should just work, but we'll see what damage looks like. Slam, yeah, we're fine. Magnitude 7, that's not bad. How much does this do? It one-shots, because it's super effective. Makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Makes things a lot simpler. There we go. That's one fight. So you said just sort of to the middle. Okay, and I, in trying to go slow, caught them. Great. Three Pokemon, huh? Oh, I could... Okay, maybe I should move Formubs out of the front, because we're running into a lot of birds and, like, things that Formubs is not perfect against. Not to say that Pikachu, like, was bad, but... Takir can chuck a rock at it. Well, hopefully we avoid, any optional trainers from here on out. Rock Throw, not Rock Smash. Very different. Jesus, that did nothing. And presumably this one-shots. Yep. That's that. Another Starly? Let me guess, it's gonna be 3 Starlies. Of ascending level. But yeah, while we're just sort of clearing this guy out, how about that Wind and Waves? That fucking Gen, what even Gen is it at this point? Is it Gen 10? It's wild that we're that far into Pokemon. Well, you know I gotta catch always the optional trainers, unintentionally or otherwise. Of course, Takir misses, but I will not put any shade on Takir's name. They were essential for the Jupiter fight. Oh yeah, fair. Very fair. I'm still forming my opinions on the starters, but the dog is absolutely great. I think I like them all. But I think for my full opinion, I need to, like, see what the rest of their line is. Because sometimes I like a starter, but then, like, another part on their line that I won't like as much will impact how much I like the original, but... Yeah, there's a lot going on for Pokemon, all things considered. And honestly, one thing I am really happy about is that Wind and Waves isn't coming until 2027. The fact that they are actually taking some time on it is a huge deal to me. Like, it might actually be better. Okay, if that's what a crit looks like, we're fine. But it might actually, like, have a finished product. Unlike some of the recent ones, or recent I say as if Scarlet and Violet aren't like several years old at this point or whatever. God, we need a better move on Zelky than Spark. Ah, that would have been great, yeah. A shame that I didn't. It just fucking busy is how it goes, but you know, it would have been nice. It would have been cool. Yeah, with the Wind and Waves starters, I love the dog. I like the owl, curious to see how it turns out. I hope the dog does not go bipedal. I know that's a like consistent critique and like concern people have with a variety of starters, but I'd love if it stayed quadrupedal and was just like a good boy. And then I'm the more sort of like, I don't know, salamander-ish one. I don't know what exactly to call it. I feel like that's the one I have the most like unclear opinions on. I'm actively processing. Oh yeah. Bite'll be nice with the Ghost Gym for sure. One thing I was curious to see is, but I didn't like get the time to check before stream, is if Baniri/Lopunny learns any dark moves, because a normal type with a dark type move in a Ghost Gym would be quite nice. Anyways, time to catch some things. Yeah, I am also curious to see what, like, secondary typings, presumably, the starters will get. Because I assume the bird would get flying and be grass flying. But beyond that, I don't know what secondary types we might get. And I hope it's not another fire fighting, because dear God, is that common. Alright, we already have one of you, no need. And then I don't really know what the water one is gonna go for. Ooh, a super repel, that's actually useful. I feel like, I don't know, it has, really the only thing about it is it has big eyes and sort of weird eyelashes. We already have a ponytail. Okay, right. A rare use case of foresight, hypothetically. Anyways, why am I trying to fight this ponytail? Uh-oh. Don't! Okay, they didn't use a fire move. Come on, let me out. What do you mean I can't escape it? Oh, thank God it's not attacking me. I don't love the defense falling, though. thank fucking God. I saw Formubs' life flashing before my eyes. I'm gonna pivot Formubs out of front. Let's put Lamosi in front. Yeah, the sheer speed of Ponyta is sort of concerning. Anyways, what are we gonna catch on this route? Not a Geodude. Right, the secret one. Is that just around the other side? Or is it somewhere I am not? Oh, is it under the bridge or something? I have not played this game in so fucking long. Oh, there it is. Okay, and now I'm in Wayward Cave. And let's hope that we get what we want, I guess. Unless it's like a specific designated encounter somewhere. I don't think it is, though. I assume just if I'm in the underground here, it's a chance. Worthwhile to double check, though. Because, I mean, not that I want to, like, force it. Okay, yeah, the lower floor, that makes sense to me. Right, yeah, the hidden area. So, the main thing to look out for is it's Gible or Onyx. Because we caught a Bronzor earlier, Gible has higher chance than Onyx, though. So, we got a good chance here. Or it could be an Onyx. Yeah, no, I understand the replay, like, vibe, because I know I have my games where I do that on. Okay, is it what we want, or is it a repeat, or it's a repeat, we keep going. Oh, in one of the rocks you said, yeah. Alright, in which case, because we're just trying to catch something here rather than, like, spend too much time in here, I'll just grab that and then wander until we get it. Good thing we caught the Bronzor, back on the one route, means we have a chance at the Gible. Anyways, yeah, I assumed it would be this back one, but you never know. Alright, and now I will just sort of wander until we get it, pick up anything I find along the way. We're just getting the repeats. I believe it's like a 20% chance of Gible, 15 of Onyx, so we have a decent chance of running into something new at some point here pretty quick. Okay, at the end here is Earthquake. That is going to be a nice pickup that I'll want to hold on to. Jesus, what is the chance of Geodude? I mean, obviously it's the most common, I'd assume, but it's only 25. It's not even the most common thing Bronzor is. Yeah, Onyx is not exactly what I would want here. If it's Gible or Onyx, I know which one I want. Which is a shame, because, you know, I like Onyx vibes-wise, but they are not good. Okay, I will maneuver my way to there if I can. Okay, right. I need a little bit more momentum. Momentum is key. Eventually, we gotta run into something other than a Geodude and a Bronzor. There are other options that we've already caught. It's not like these are the only two. Yes, very much Brock Onyx's propaganda. Am I not at full speed or forgetting something about how to use those ramps? There's another thing we've got. I could have sworn I was at full speed or whatever. Yes, Duke's Claws is so nice to stop me from just having like 10 Geodudes. There we go, okay. Don't know why I wasn't at full speed before. I was going over the, like, slopes before. Yes, yes. The B button, definitely not the Z key. On, definitely not my keyboard. Is it like... Okay, no, it retains through fights. Oh god, because I ran into something, did I lose all my momentum and now have to fucking start over? Great. Anyways. Don't know if there's anything at the end here, but Jesus, when is there gonna be something I don't have? I just want a new guy, even if it's Onyx. I'd rather not Onyx, but I want a new guy. Jesus. No momentum for me. There's our boy! We just gotta catch it now. Or girl, in this case. Okay, okay. Let's see if we can manage it. Don't want to kill them. It's the boy or the girl this time. Fucking Gibble. Okay, what's our best option against Gibble for not killing them? Just trying to think if we have, because we don't have a good catcher yet. We really don't have a good catcher yet. Need to figure that out. So they're Dragon Ground. Oh fuck, I did not get that many. I only have however many I have. Oh, that's a concern. I should have restocked. Okay, I could do rock. I don't think I have any poison. And I don't have my fire on me. Gotta be real careful here, because I got 5 Pokeballs to my name. Not everyone's at full health, which is also just sort of annoying. I could just Astonish because it's low power and is... yeah. Absorb is also low power. Is that my best bet? This 34 special attack with 20 power. Yeah, I feel like that's a little too risky. I think maybe Absorb Tactics, because though it is stat though. But I want to be as fucking careful as I can. Oh, it is part ground. I don't think it is, because Dragon resists grass. So I think that cancels out. What about Lompsy? What's Lompsy got? 40 power special stab. Ugh. Rock smash at 40. I don't think Zelky has paralysis yet. Just charge and spark. I'm probably overthinking this and probably can just hit with something, but I just want to be careful. I just want to be careful. Yeah, I think maybe Absorb is the best bet? Oh yeah, true, Mud Slap, I should have checked that, where am I? What am I doing? Yeah, it's 20 power, it's not stab yet, because not ground type yet. Don't have crazy special attack. Yeah, sure. Lamosi, you stay in. Do a Mud Slap. Let's see how much this does. Oh, I don't love that sand attack. That's going to be annoying. Okay. Their accuracy fell. That is completely manageable. Even a crit shouldn't kill. Dragon Rage I don't love, though. given that that will just two-shot Lamosi if we're not careful. We are lowering their accuracy. I'm not going to risk Lamosi here, though, so I'm going to pivot. I think I'm just going to go to something tanky. And I don't love immediately throwing Pokeballs, but if they have Dragon Rage, they can just kill us if we're not careful. I'm surprised they didn't go for the kill there. I'm going to throw a few Pokeballs and see if it works. If we get down to 1, then I will try to whittle them down further. Maybe if we get down to 2. Come on, first try? God damn it. Almost, almost. It's just lowering our accuracy. That's better than it killing us. Oh boy. But yeah, Dragon Rage will be very good this early on, all things considered. Second try? Please? 1? Okay, no. Third time, though, surely. Surely. Takedown, okay. It's gonna hurt itself in the process, though. Basically none at all. I'm gonna throw one more ball, and then we keep whittling to see what we can manage. But third time is the charm, surely. No. They gave me hope in the first roll, and then... Oh, geez, a sandstorm. They're making it difficult for me. Okay, I think I'll hit with the Absorb. I don't think it should kill. It's low power, even with stab. It's not weak to it. Surely it'll be fine. I forgot about all the sand attacks. At least it's wasting its time with sandstorming. Yeah, he hit me she hit me 2 or 3 times. Now the Dragon Rage. This is bad. At least it can't crit. It's just guaranteed 40 damage. But of course Gibble's causing us problems. Bonus, I guess. Well, no, Lumpsy is our highest health person. I'd love if she took down a few more times to whittle herself down. I also will take the lost turns attempting to sandstorm. What's the power on these moves and how do they compare to stats? Higher physical than special. Most of these are stab though. That's 40 power. That's Lumpsy's best option. Please don't crit kill with a Rock Smash somehow. Okay. That is manageable, but the defense down does mean that Gibble is fucking in danger. I'm gonna throw the ball and hope for the best. They're in yellow. We have the level advantage. Please. 1, 2, 3. God. I should have bought more Pokeballs. Takedown. There's no way I can attack again. There's literally no way I can attack again. We trust. We trust. Come on, Gibble. No. I should have bought more Pokeballs. If I had just bought more Pokeballs. We had our first big fumble of the night, ladies and gentlemen. David Skolin. That would have been so, of course, that would have been so nice. I'm annoyed about that. That would have been so fucking nice. If I just gotten one more fucking Pokeball, I might have been able to do it. And I would have bought more than one. Okay, we'll just get Earthquake for now. Where's a Repel? There's a Repel. Yeah, we can hope that everything from here on works out. There we go, there we go, there we go, and there we are. Max Ether, okay. Yeah, okay, I loop around here. My brain. I do that. I'm around this way. Oop, didn't get the right momentum because I wasn't sped up. There we go. Lots of items down here. And I'm just gonna sort of repel my way to victory. God, I am bummed about that. I love Gible. That is such a shame. Yeah, that is a bit annoying. Anyways, I don't even know what I just picked up. My fucking momentum. There we go. Oh, the Grip Claw is what I got. Okay. Oh, need momentum. A rare candy. Oh boy, for me? Definitely useful, trust me. There we go, there we go. Repel wore off. I keep getting off my bike when I try to use Repel. And that was our one Repel, but luckily we picked up a Super Repel. Yes, no, that is the big thing about Rotom, I feel like, is just being able to not have a weakness like that. Hello. There we go. Is it up here? I believe so. Earthquake, baby! At least it was somewhat worthwhile coming down here. And do we have an escape rope? That would make things... That's a heart scale. That makes things a lot simpler. Alright. Well, not a perfect victory. Deeply tragic in many ways. But we shall endure. And I believe there's chances... Ooh, Poison Barb, that's nice. Chances to get other parts of Gibble's line in the long run. Anyway, surely they won't quick turn. Good, good, good. Anyways, why am I not on my bike? Alright, now we continue on like nothing happened. Yeah, no, that is a tough pick between, like, which one you give that to. I think I caught something on 702 already. I don't know if it was anyone on our team right now, but that might be where Takir came from. No, Orberg Mine was Takir. I feel like I caught something on 207. I also should probably just go and heal, because we're sort of beat the hell up. So, gonna make the trek back. Yeah, that is where I remember them from, is Victory Road, which is a bit of a ways away, but you know. Alright. The one nice thing of getting all of the chance encounters on bike, like on the bike lane, is we don't need to worry about it ever again. Oh yeah, I can see how that would be good. Oh, by the way, you a while ago mentioned something about the friendship tracker somewhere here, right? Am I not misremembering that? Is it just like someone in here? Or was it like in a nearby building or something? Friendship checker, there it is. Very good, might as well pick that up while I'm here. Alright, and then we return back to it, into a different cave. We get to position, and we ride. Alright, yeah, next up, we go through the cave. We talk to Cyrus, I believe. We end up in the next town. Fuck around for a bit, and then we have, I did not expect him to turn there. But then we have the gym battle, I believe. So, worthwhile beginning to plan for that. Yeah. For Nuzlocks, things like the mountain are a bit annoying. Against the water boy, I guess my entire soul has forgotten Pokemon in the last, like, month. But against Weasel, probably Zelky. Yeah, I think Zelky's our best bet. I felt like I was getting into a more cohesive swing of, like, remembering more strategic things of, like, what the actual type chart looks like, what some optimal things are. And then I didn't play Pokemon for, like, a month and a half. And that sort of changed my capacity to remember things. Yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon we could get there, depending on where you go at it from, but if we don't worry about, like, waiting for other parts of the cave, I think we're sort of limited in our options, actually. Oh, they have a Luxio of their own, huh? Well, I have a rock. Charge, huh? Let's see how that helps you out when I'm immune to electricity. But yeah, South Coronet. I guess we got a couple options. Anyways, Magnitude. Yeah, multi-typing is where I get the most fuzzy. Like, I'm not perfect with the normal just one-to-one typing either, but when you get multi-typing, it can sometimes be confusing. Alright, level 24. I should double-check what the level cap is. That feels like a smart idea. A Gligar, you say? That's ground flying, so I think if I chuck a rock at it, I think that'll work. Meanwhile, Fury Card does nothing to us. Yeah, Clefairy is, if it is night, certainly an option. I guess that works, it's fine. Don't need to worry about this, the Fury Cutter is doing nothing to me. Alright. One more? No, with the Harden, it's gonna be two more, probably. Okay, 26 is the cap. Need to be careful, then, because we're pretty close to it. They're trying to stall me out. It's not gonna work, though. Especially when we hit all of our rock throws. Jesus Christ. My guy, just die. Really, that last Harden is gonna save him. That'll make him survive. They will keep hardening until they don't die. Which means they will never stop. There we go. And from here... okay, if I just avoid her, I'll be good. I don't need to grab whatever item that is. I should be fine. And I should be able to avoid her as long as I'm intelligent. And I should be able to avoid him as long as I'm intelligent. Okay, there we go. I'll go back and get items if I feel like I need them. Yes, I do remember the Shell Bell and Eevee. I don't remember specifically how to get them, but I remember they're in that city. So those will be some good pickups. Eevee is always nice and versatile. Probably will keep them in the back pocket until we are like in need of a specific typing or something. And then Shell Bell is just good. Thank you, Dawn. And now, let's see how traversal goes. Hi, Cyrus. Okay, good to know, good to know. But yeah, so in here, I think it's technically not night yet. I think it's like at 8 p.m. is when the shift is? I forget. But I don't think it's technically night yet, meaning that for actual catches, I forget if I have a Machop. But Machop's an option here. I do not have a Machop, so Machop is what we get. Level 20 Machop, not bad. Fighting type is always good to grab. Not necessarily for this next gym, but I will take it. So we... I didn't buy Pokeballs. Part of me is tempted to just fucking give me this and come back when I have balls, but... oh, that hurts. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a pass for that. I'll take whatever I'm given. I won't, like, force it into anything, so it might not end up being Machop in the end. But I need to actually pay attention to my surroundings and do shit. I am impressed by my capacity to forget things. Hi, Geodude. Been seeing a lot of you around. Yes, no, I'm looking forward to the routes. I'm looking forward to the routes. Because I know that is essentially a guarantee for us. Are you going to turn, my good sir? We did not get quick turned, and I don't think I can avoid this man. This man really said, damn, you really just a child, how can you beat me? The nose pass. Has the nose pass ever faced water? Alright. Block! Okay, I can't escape the trainer battle. Amazing. Well, no, Lamosi can't, rather, but you know. Don't think I was gonna swap Lamosi out. Alright. Let's see how best to avoid the grass. Oh, might as well pick up this item. I think I gotta go through a little bit of it, and I don't have any repels right now. That's another thing I ought to buy. An ether, nice, nice. Yes, very much so. Alright, let's see. Be a dupe, please. A dupe. We're good. We're good. We're fine. We're safe. Bye-bye. What? But what? Can't escape? Okay. What do you mean I can't escape the level 18 Badoo? And it's giving me insomnia. What the fuck is happening? don't love how much damage that did, but it was super effective. What is going on? I'm gonna have to swap Lamosi. Finally. I wouldn't be surprised if Lamosi is slow. Yeah, they're pretty slow. I think, yeah, they're tied with Zakir to be the slowest Mon in the team. Alright, gonna grab some berries while I'm here. Makes sense, though, that Lamosi is slow because Slug. Yeah, Budu was a surprise to be, like, consistently trapping us in the battle. Alright. And that... Really? Quite impressive. Quite an impressive quick turn. Yeah, that is quite nice to keep in mind. I will keep that in mind. I'm just gonna brute force this as best I can. Hopefully, okay, Lamosi's fine. That was okay. Lots of slapping, but I think we're fine. Oh, okay. Good to know. Of this ooh, nice crit, nice crit, nice crit. Of this route, there's someone. Alright. There we go. Presumably they only had the one Mon. No, they have two. I should pay attention. Bonsley! That's a rock, right? Is Bonsley just... Bonsley is just rock, right? Because they pseudo-wudo and shit. I just want to double check that. Yeah, they're rock type. They're rock type. In which case, water should do its job. Do we one-shot? Yes, we do. Alright, Lamosi has leveled. Okay. Well, I assume it's this guy. Yep, odd keystone. That is wild. That is so silly. Alright, we're in Hearthhome. Random Boniri. Hello. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember this. We're gonna get introduced to the contest hall stuff. Yeah, anyways, before I continue, now that we're to the city, I'm gonna real quick go to the bathroom. Feel free to do the same, get water, food, whatever else, and we'll be back in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna slap y'all with an ad. Hee-hoo. Alrighty. Let's get back to it. Let's, before I forget, grab several Pokeballs, some repels, that kind of thing. I don't even know what I get from this guy. I just saw a fisherman and went, does this guy give me a fishing rod? Where are you taking me, sir? Ah. Just takes me to the contest hall. Great. In which case, gonna heal up, buy Pokeballs, buy repels. And then we can go catch the Ralts and whatever the cave offers, unless I just want to not worry about the cave right now. That's always an option. And then we can go to the contest hall to make sure that we can actually get into the gym, pick up the things around town, and then, yeah, wasn't it in here that something was? Oh, is this the person who gives Eevee? Yeah, I think I need an open slot for that. Lots of things to do in this town. The egg in the corner. True, that is always an option, if I wanted to backtrack to the Rotom. It's definitely a dangerous thing, but Rotom has the speed. I think it sort of depends on what Rotom's moveset looks like at this level range. Yeah. Would be worth checking, though. A MOBA. Oh. I guess I never caught anything there. We just walked through because we didn't run into anything that is an actual encounter. What were the options? Was it worth going back to? Could've got a Machop there. Could've got a Gligar or a Kricketune. Okay. Totally an option. Totally something we could go and grab. Not that Machop will help us in this current gym. Worthwhile remembering that I didn't get that, though, for just whenever I, backtrack. Because inevitably that will happen. But now we got an Eevee. That'll be nice to have in the back pocket. A MOBA will, be useful at some point, inevitably. Alright. True. We could get an evolved Gligar real fast, assuming we have the item. Hello, Mom. Yeah, trying to think of what our best team for going into the gym would be. Rotom would be a risky possibility if we go catch Rotom. Veneeri with Foresight could work for immunity to Ghost-type moves, but having glanced at the actual move list of her Mons, every single one has at least one non-ghost move, so that gimmick doesn't work as well as it may for other ghost-like gyms or whatever. It might just be a bring most powerful warriors type moment. Which, most powerful warriors in this case would be anything with a dark type move. Yeah, Umbreon is absolutely an option if I want to run in circles to build friendship or whatever. Yeah, Zelky isn't a dark type yet, so it doesn't get stab on Bite, but Bite is definitely a win here. Let's see, who has Bite or another dark type? Obviously not Takir. Vaunus does... Remubs does. That works. Lamosi does not. Okay. And then we can check the box. Yeah, it would have been good if we had Starly still, but that was the one casualty of the run so far, which is deeply tragic. Alright. Before I forget anything else, that's the fan club, and this is where we get the Shell Bell, I believe. Right, the elevator is the only way up, no stairs. That is a bit of a building hazard. I don't think that's up to code. Yeah, her, I believe. Yep, there we go, nice and simple. That'll be nice to give to someone just in general. And now it's shopping time, and then we can go pick up ourselves a Ralts and more if I feel like it, and then we can plan our team. Something tells me I'm not bringing the Psychic type, the squishy Psychic type, into the Ghost Gym, but might as well catch him. There's the Pokemon. Yeah, it is funny how some of those things go. Alright. So we got just normal Pokeballs still. Great. I'm just gonna buy, like, 20, just to be safe. And I got a Premier Ball in the process. Gonna buy an Escape Rope or 2. I'll just buy 1, because we'll pick up others. And a few Repels. Let's do 5. Oh yeah, those are really iconic episodes. I am a big fan of that little part. It's a very memorable part of my childhood, like watching reruns of the anime. Alright, in which case though, let's go catch ourselves a Ralts, hopefully, and go from there. I think hypothetically we might be able to access a couple other routes around here, but I don't know. Don't know if that'll help us. Alright, we already fought that guy, so nothing to fear there. Against Ralts, I don't know who the best catcher is. It might just be, Mud Slap time. Really need someone who has a bad move. Though we haven't got a Roselia, we have a Budew, so nope to that. Alright. Surely we get it quick. Surely. Surely we get it quick. Bidoof, you are not a psychic child. Apologies, but I shall abandon you. Alright, I wonder what the chances are. I forget. Probably, like, 10-15% chance is my guess. I'm hoping it's not Gibble all over, but this is Budew moment all over again. Jesus Christ, why are Budew so much faster? And why are they water sporting? Oh my god. Wild that it takes that long to escape a Budew. At least we're repeating the part of the Gibble thing that is just running into anything but Gibble for a while. Not even the Bidoof we could escape from? What is happening? Why are you so slow, Blamosi? Between Gardevoir and Gallade, it's a tough choice for me, because I like both of them vibes-wise really well. I think it sort of depends on what role they'll end up serving in our party. Because we have a couple other psychic options, either through the form of Bronzor, or other things we'll hypothetically catch in the future, so it's not like we need pure psychic. I haven't used Gallade much, so it's very tempting to go Gallade. Though it's also harder to do Gallade because I forget where the stone is. Sort of gotta just not use them until you get it to not level them to... or just stop the evolution. Yeah, Riolu is a big standout fighting type-wise. You can get Machop, which we have a couple chances for. Meditite exists. Oh, there's our Ralts. Well, it's a male Ralts. We have the chance at Gallade. That is tempting. That is very tempting. So that might be the way we go. I feel like Ralts is incredibly squishy, aren't they? I feel like Ralts is, like, absurdly squishy. At least that's how I remember it. Just want to play it safe. Yeah, they just got bad stats all around at their initial evolution. Okay. They quad resist, or, well, double resist, fighting, so maybe I pivot over to Takir and punch him a bit. That's an option. Okay, no, I'm horrible with names as well, but okay, good to know that it's actually that accessible. That makes it more viable in my mind. Yeah, and they also have Rock Smash. Okay, yeah, that works for me. What are their special defenses? I don't want anyone dying here. I'll put Lompsy out, because they are less likely to explode if Ralts does a psychic move. Okay, good to know, good to know. Confusion. Okay, the confusion from the confusion is not great. Anyways, Rock Smash. We got through the confusion, that's good. That's more than I was expecting. What do you mean it had teleport? I should have just thrown a ball. I didn't know it had teleport. That's Abra's deal. God, we are getting some bad fucking luck. We've handed us some of the best encounters. I'm fumbling them. That's annoying. That is fucking annoying. Yeah, they learn teleport at 12th level. I mean, that explains why I never knew, because I haven't played Gen 4 in a long time, and in Gen 3 you run into them when they're lower level. Why are you showing me another one immediately? That's fucked up. That... God damn it. I'm a big fan of the Rolls line, and all of my favorite little guys are getting away from me. Hopefully we can catch one later. Alright. Okay, I guess it's time to plan for the gym, unless we go catch a couple other things. Let's grab all the people we know who know Bite, and then decide if we're getting Rotom or not. I should have just thrown a ball. Don't know if it would have worked, but should have just thrown a ball. I was gonna throw a ball after that initial hit based on how much damage it did, but... Okay, let's look at summaries of things. No Darker Ghost, no Darker Ghosts, no Darker Ghosts, no Darker Ghost. Lots of Psychic and Confuse Ray. Incredible. Also, they are Psychic type, so no. And then hypothetically, we could have an Umbreon with a MOBA. Okay. Alright. Let's see. So we got all of the people who have Dark-type moves in the party already. But you're saying there's a second haunted house? Why do I not remember that? I also am forgetting how much we can actually access right away here before the gym. That's a good question. I feel like they can. If not know it already. I thought they were one of the ones who did. Yeah, they know it already. They know it. We got Vonnis, Zelky, and for Mubs that no bite. Those are our 3 biters. Right, the tower. Let's see, what does... I just want to look at what the Hollow Tower's options are. Let's see. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. We have a Ralts chance on the next route, but also a chance of Duskull at night there. With a chance of Chansey as well, but the Chansey chance is way lower. The chance of Chansey. And then the tower... Why am I struggling to find the fucking tower? There we go. Ghastly Duskull. Yeah, Ghastly Duskull. Okay. Yeah, no, that is fair. The question is, can we access that before the gym? Because I legitimately forget. All I know is I'm pretty sure we have a rival battle around then, which would be leveled to be just after the gym is when it's supposed to be. Okay. In that case, probably more worthwhile for now to just do the fight, prep whatever team we can, and then go do all that, but... Stuff and things and stuff and things. I'm trying to decide how worried about the fight I am. Oh, I can't even go that way, yeah. So we're locked off from there for now. That'll be after. But then we'll do a big ol' loop of go that way, catch some things, go back, catch some things. Alright. Is there any reason not to bring the non-biters in the team currently, other than, like, maintaining survivability? What level does Lamosi evolve at? Because I believe we're going to 26 for this gym. 30. Okay, so not quite. Not that it would really be super relevant to this gym. Yeah, catching is what we're gonna need to do. Takir... I don't know how much Takir is gonna help necessarily. Given that some of them have levitate and shit. So magnitude won't matter. Rock smash doesn't matter, they're ghosts. Rock throw is stab, but bad accuracy. I think we move Takir out and Lompsy out, because Lompsy is our HM holder. But who do we replace them with? We could have a Bully as more of like a pivot than anything else. We could do the Umbreon move. We could just bring Ponyta for just power. Like, hit hard, hit fast. We're not bringing Bronzor, because they're a Psychic type. I think a Bully probably works. Yeah, I don't think Alp is gonna help necessarily. I'll bring a Bully. Of course, level them. Amoeba is also immune to the the ghost moves right now, but I don't know if I want to risk Amoeba in their current state. Though I think they would learn Bite pretty soon. Because I think Eevee naturally learns Bite. Which could be another option. Ooh, Eevee, what are your moveset? And I could just run in circles to make them an Umbreon. That is a very funny thing when stuff like Bite isn't learned by Dark types. 29 is when they learn Bite, so not relevant yet. Huh. Wild. So we could get an Umbreon, but it would mean not getting Bite, but I would assume Umbreon has good moves. Or at least decent moves. Pursuit at 15, we wouldn't get that immediately, and any other Dark-type moves are also after, so... Probably... what the long-term plan would be if I went to Umbreon direction is... Let Eevee exist as Eevee to learn Bite and then go into Umbreon, but... They get Feint Attack on their own at one point via Umbreon, so that's a future thing. Outside of being normal type, Amoeba has no relevance to this gym. Which I guess we could bring them just for the sake of having another normal type to pivot through. I don't fucking know. How squishy are they? True, true. That is very true. Would have to run in circles a lot for that, though. I mean, realistically, the other people we have in the team are more just for the sake of moral support and panic buttons. So I think maybe we just take some of our specially, like, defensive, because well, actually, how many of their moves are physical? I've been thinking special-oriented, but I don't know how physical they are. They're actually very physical. I forget that a lot of ghost stuff is physical. Yeah, so the first two Mons are mainly physical or status bullshit. But then Miss Magius is all special. Yeah, I feel good attackers-wise. It's really just defenses that I'm thinking about. In that case, though, with everything being physical for the first two for the most part, maybe I do bring Takir and just don't use them as a pivot for Miss Magius. How tanky is Lumpsy? Fairly tanky, all things considered. Man, worst case scenario, unaware is pretty nice. Maybe I swap Lamosi out? Because Lamosi has good special defense. 30-41 for special. That's the wrong Mon. Okay, so in, like, if you total them up, Lumpsy is a bit tankier, and also has more health. So I think I'll bring Lumpsy? Because also, Miss Magius has grass with magical leaf, so water is not the best idea. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that works. We have our 3 biters who will be doing the majority of the combat. We got Takir for physical tanking. We've got a Bully for gimmicking through ghost-type moves whenever possible, which could come up in Miss Magius, hypothetically. Well, any of them have all of them have a ghost-type offensive move, but we'll see who it comes up against. And Lumpsy is here to just be a sponge if absolutely necessary. Now the question is who to open with, which I think honestly might just be like whoever's fast, which I think Zelky would be the fastest. 34, 28, 45. Honest is actually pretty fast. True, true. That is a nice thing to think of. I have not run into Klutz really before. But does that... Am I reading it right that... Would it affect, the gym leader's Pokemon, or would it just be that a Bully herself can't use any? Anyways, regardless, I don't think that's a gimmick that we would abuse too much either way. I'm to level up near the level cap, but not quite to it, because I want to make sure I don't over-level due to random trainers. The rare candy stacks. It's getting a little low. So I'm gonna go to 25, I think, with everyone. Getting the speed up just to make things a little easier. I'm a little surprised I'm bringing Lumpsy along. Don't really expect to bring the, like, HM holder into fights that often, I feel like. But, you never know. Could be valuable. frustration? Less the user likes its trainer, that's not worthwhile on a high friendship evolving Mon. Yeah, no, he does have some actual moves, or she does. Quick attack, always just sort of worthwhile, especially when Pound is just quick attack but not quick. And because Abuli has foresight, they can actually do something if absolutely necessary. Nearly done here. Luckily, most of our mons were pretty high. Jump kick. The risk-reward move. I'll get rid of defense curl for it, just for the type, like, variety. There we go. And Takir with the last one. Ooh, Rock Blast. 80 accuracy, 25 power, 2 to 5. No. It's the Fury Swipes of Rock. Oh, Takir Evolution. That's honestly a little convenient. Inevitably will make him tankier. Alright. In which case, though, I'm curious to see how she opens. Because I don't think there's, like, any specific crazy thing we're having to deal with. Duskull does have Shadow Sneak for priority purposes, and Pursuit is scary. But other than that... yeah, okay. Yes, I could, actually, if I wanted to worry about that right now. I'm hoping we'll be fine. I'm hesitant to say that I don't need it, but I think I'm not going to worry about it purely because Takir is really more of a backup option rather than something I'm relying on. It's a bit lazy of me, but I'm taking the risk. Okay, let's hope that I can avoid the trainers. I could see the square thing, so we go in the square door. The square goes in the square hole. We got the sun. Let's see. Where is the sun? A little harder to see. That's a heart. The star. Don't look up. Okay. That's the moon. That's a circle. The sun. There we go. And here we are. Avoided every fight. Let's give the last level to everybody. And then let's get to it. Okay, I'm curious to see how this goes. I feel like with the variety of non-dark type mons but that have bite, we have some good stuff, but I don't know. Yes, Shell Bell would be a very good idea to give to someone. Endure is funny, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing Endure gimmicks anytime soon. Admittedly, there's nothing I'm getting from Baton Pass outright right now. Foresight is relevant exactly for this gem. Yeah, Baton Pass isn't doing anything for me right now, but it is a good move. I'm gonna drop Endure, I think. As a panic button, though, it's really good. I'll not worry about Baton Pass now. If I end up wanting Abuli to have Baton Pass later, I can retrain it. At least I think I should be able to. I would hope so. Almost over-leveled a Bully. That would have been bad. There we go. Oh, and then give the Shell Bell to someone. And we also have the Soothe Bell. To give... Yeah, probably to Opener would make the most sense. We determined Vonus was the fastest, right? I believe so. I don't think Vonus would get fucked up by anyone too massively, would they? I just want to double check something, because there's an itch in my brain that I might be forgetting something. They are weak to Psychic. That is one thing about Vonus. And they have Psychic moves. Sort of. Basically, Vonus cannot go against Miss Magius, because they have Psybeam. Duskull has Future Sight, which if I'm just careful to play around should be fine. And then Haunter doesn't. So, if I don't start with Vonus, the chance of Future Sight being what they do is sort of lower. It's a useful move, they might use it. I think I'll start with Zelki, because Zelki is fast, but not as fast as Vonus, but, you know, is good. And then, if Future Sight gets used, I'll figure something out. Yeah, no, I always thought that the, like, Shinx Luxray line, was Dark-type alongside Electric, but... Alright, and then we got that dust up. We got Quick Claw. Might as well give that to someone slow. I think Takir might be our slowest, but Mubs is one of our actual attackers, so I think I'll give it to Mubs, because I'm pretty sure Mubs is slow. I'm gonna double check that, though. Power speed comparisons, 36. Okay, 32, not actually that slow. 49, well, comparatively, no. Yeah, Takira is our slowest, followed by Mubs. And Zelki is actually slower than I thought. And then might as well give the Soothe Bell to someone. Because, you know, why not? Yeah. Let's give it to Vonus, as a treat. No, well, I'll give it to a Bully, and give, like, a berry or something to Vonus, something that actually helps Vonus in this situation. Recover from sleep could work, because one of them has hypnosis. Healing on its own always works, but we don't have a good healing option. I think I might give the Chesto Berry just to play it safe. Yeah, no, I'm aware they evolve with friendship. Just would rather give them a berry, I think. Oh wait, did I accidentally try to use it? Give. There we go. Yeah. Realistically, I think after this stream at some point, if I remember to, between now and next time we play, I might just run in circles with all of the friendship Pokemon to level them up. Alright. We are on level. Zelki is out in front. We know the vague plan. Vonus never touches Miss Magius. Maybe Vonus in first is better. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna put Vonus first. If Future Sight gets used, I'll pivot accordingly. And we'll go from there. I feel like that makes a little more sense. and might as well give that. Alright. At level, have the rough plan. Let's do it! Let's see how this goes. I'm not super confident, but I'm not, like, thinking we're doomed. I have deeply neutral expectations for this fight. I have a strong feeling they're gonna probably open with Future Sight, but who knows. Alright, Bite. We outspeed. I doubt we one-shot, but you never know. No, we do not one-shot. They flinched, though! No Future Sight for you! Oh, using the Super Potion now, that's huge. And here's where we see that was a low roll? Or we could just crit! That is such a good opener! Vonis probably can clear both of the first two Mons and then pivot out. Oh no, straight to Miss Magus. That's intelligent of her. In that case... we go Zelkier for Mubs. Who's more special? Well, also Magical Leaf for Mubs would resist, I believe. Or at least they should. Because I think they're just grass currently. Yeah, I think for Mubs is the right way to go. Let's see how this goes. And I can pivot Vonis back in if need be later. Yep, I knew they were going to go for the side beam. Don't love how much that did, but we'll work with it. We bite. Okay, Shadow Ball, how much does that do? That wasn't even a crit. That is terrifying. At least we two-shot in normal circumstances. Of course, they have the berry. Ooh, that's scary. Okay. I have a feeling that they'll do Shadow Ball. Though honestly, they could kill with anything. Pivoting doesn't really help, because even if a Bully counters that, then they'll just use a non-ghost move when I try to pivot to something else. Okay, but it's gonna do so much damage regardless of who I go to, though. That's tricky, that's tricky, that's tricky! God, I wish I had a dark type in my party. If only I could have done something. Maybe a Bully is sort of the low priority survival mon in here. They'll be able to full counter Shadow Ball if that's what they go for. No, they were going to do a Magical Leaf. Okay, they can tank at least a couple hits. I'm going to Foresight and see where we're at. They outspeed... oh, but Psybeam. Okay. Yeah, it might be an Abuli, sack. I could quick attack to get just a little bit of damage in. We know Miss Magus normally outspeeds. Endure won't help us at all here, really. Other than stalling. I think we Endure to waste PP? Just, might as well? Because, I mean, it has 20 PP. We're not going to run out of PP before they kill us if that's where we're getting. Yeah, so I'll just do the quick attack, because I would jump kick if we outsped, but... how much do you do? I mean, that's something. That gets Miss Magius to about where, and of course that was a crit, better than a switch then. Okay. Alright. Zelky, you can do this. You just need to hit once. You just need to tank one hit. That's all you need. The Intimidate would be hype if it mattered. Fight. Or they could just confuse Reyes. That's an option. Don't hit yourself now. Come on, Zelky. Come on. We got through. And we kill. Okay, now we just have the one to deal with, and Vaunus is viable for them. Okay, okay. I think we're fine. No, Magical Leaf is specifically special. The magic part. Alright. But all of Haunter's damaging moves are physical. Let's see what a bite does. We don't outspeed. Shadow Claw does some damage. We snap out Confusion. Probably don't one-shot, or we do one-shot. Okay. It took the sacking of a bully to make it clean, but I'm honestly happy with that. It's a shame to lose a bully, but I didn't expect to use a bully anywhere else. So, I mean, we will remember her, but I'll take it. I will take it. Yes, no, even if like, names are escaping me. You can tell I'm tired. Fucking Zelky. Even if Zelky got hit again and was hurt, Vaunus was completely fine. And worst case scenario, Lompsy or Takir could just chip away. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. Not too many other circumstances where they would have been super viable. But alright, with that, we can heal up, bury the dead, and then plan for the rival fight. Because that's the next thing. It's sort of back-to-back. And with that in mind, I believe 27 is the level they go to. Yeah, Staravia, Weasel, Roselia, and Monferno, with Monferno being at 27. Luckily, we've got answers to pretty much everything. First, we bury the dead, honor the gone and lost. But take the Soothe Bell before they go. They may be honored in death, but they do not get to keep their belongings. Lamosi will be good against Monferno. Nustiv will be good against Roselia. Though honestly, Golbat could probably handle that just from the flying. Yeah, that flying works. Weasel for Mubs has. We've got a good triangle there. And Staravia, we throw rocks at or electrocute them. So we actually just sort of have answers to everything. Alright. That works for me. Should be a pretty clean battle, all things considered. I am going to, real quick, give Vaunus the actual, like, friendship item. Words escape me sometimes. There we go. Really should have given that to Vaunus before, like, we started, but whatever. Alright, then let's make sure we're leveled properly for the fight. It's not a strict level cap, but better to be leveled for the fight than not. Luckily, it's not that far a level. Ooh, air cutter. Okay, okay. I don't love the bad accuracy, but better than Astonish, I think. It also is just worse power than wing attack, but high crit ratio. It's special rather than physical, which can be good for variety. I'll go for it. Good little upgrade. While I'm doing this, I'm going to double check what the level cap is next. Ooh, Mega Drain. We're getting all kinds of upgrades. I'm going to replace Absorb because it's literally just a lower PP, better version. Alright, 32 is our level cap. I think that might be when Formubs evolves. So that'll be nice if we bring Formubs along. But we obviously have a little ways to go till then, so we'll want to keep an eye on levels of Mons. Alright. Rock Blast. It really wants to learn Rock Blast. They really want to learn Rock Blast. No. And then Lamosi is the one to actually level a little. There we are. Off we go. First off on the docket, it should be their Staravia up first, so let's throw Zelgi out in front. Yeah, 5 levels for, like, several routes and stuff. Worthwhile to keep an eye on things and be careful. Maybe pivot in some lower level people. But that can be dangerous. Alright. Yep, opening with the Staravia. Electrocute the bird, Zelki. Oh god, Intimidate? Oh no, what will this mean for my special move? Anyways, get intimidated, idiot. Once again, very much need something better than Spark. God, yeah. Of course the double team immediately shows merit. And then the quick attack. We're fine though. We can take several hits, and the Spark probably just kills. We're up a couple levels. It's super effective. Stab. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, who do you send in next? We got options. Weasel, okay, okay. I think that's his lowest level Mon. For Mubs, it's your turn. Ah, gambling. It's inescapable. The water gun, solid that they went for that, because for Mubs is fine. Then we Razor Leaf for the crit ratio. And also I think our attack is better than our special attack. I could be wrong though. But they could just avoid it. They could just be too good. Oh, they pivot. Wow. That is rare. I feel like trainers very rarely do that. Anyways, they're gonna resist this, but it might still crit and it stabs, so. Okay, no, nothing crazy. But this is where we just pivot ourselves. This is gonna be a fucking juggling match. Luckily, most of our characters are, tanky. Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't realize they removed the gambling. Huh. Water Pulse. How much does that do to us? More than I would like, but a Water Pulse should do the job. Stab, super effective. Oh wow, does not kill. They're probably going to use their potion here, so we just hit them hard. Or they can withdraw. Okay, that works. Pivot to the Roselia. We're just doing the circle. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Anyways, the Monferno can be killed by just about anything now, so if they ever pivot, they're doomed. In this case, though, it's bird time or bat time. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised at how much pivoting is happening right now. Okay, Mega Drain, unsurprising. Did 3 damage. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're fine. Let's give Air Cutter a shot. Try out the new move. Didn't even kill. Though I don't think anything would have been love that they missed that. I'll go for the higher accuracy wing attack this time. I'm surprised no potions have been used. I guess he maybe just doesn't have a potion. Back to the Monferno. I'll just kill with Vonus. It's not hard. Vonus outspeeds. Oh, it's all, they're a fighting type now. It's also super effective. Duh. We had multiple answers to Monferno. And then Buizel. Buizel is Buizel is Buizel is Buizel. Which, honestly... Do I even need to pivot? It's a level 23. I'll pivot for the sake of it. For the sake of giving everybody time in the fucking sun. The mobs, do your thing. Oh, Pursuit, scary. Not that scary. It is level, like, 23. It's 4 levels below us. And it's not like it's stab or anything. Razor Leaf. It's desperately trying. The Pursuit, the quick attack, it's given us its best shot. And there we go, the one shot. Not even a crit. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Though we've had some terrible luck and some fumbles on the side of catching, we've been doing fine in the battles. Battles have been fine. Alright, and we're not even that hurt, so I'm just gonna keep going. That might be a foolhardy statement. Honestly, I might wait to catch anything on 209 until it's, like, a day period, because I believe during the day, Ralts is higher chance, so we have a better chance of winning the, like, face-off of if it's Chansey or Ralts. Oh, good to know the Good Rod is here. Good for the Good Rod to be here. Alright. Alright. I will admit, just like up ahead, so it's not sudden, that I am crashing a little bit, because as I mentioned at the beginning, I am tired because of all the shit I've been doing. But, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go, but we can go for a little bit longer at the very least. Catch a couple things, that kind of thing. I might do the sort of like catch loop that we were talking about. Alright, I don't know what we're going to be up against in this double battle, assuming that it's mandatory and we can't just slip underneath, but I'm going to put a flyer and a magnituder together, because classic combos are classic. Yeah, good eye on the Lepa Berry. Good to remember I actually have that. Okay. Those can get earthquaked or magnituded. What's wing attack? Unless Air Cutter is secretly... Yeah, wing... Good thing I checked. Air Cutter double hits. And magnitude. We got the double hit, double combo. Oh, that's a good thing to know. Thank you for reminding me. Magnitude 7, that should be good. Finishes Mr. Well, not Mr. My Junior off. Probably the Bonsly. Yeah, okay, crit the Bonsly. Goodbye, Bonsly. Yeah, Vonus and Takir are sort of the ultimate, double battle team currently, I'd say, because they both can hit both enemies. Okay, on we go. What's that Pikachu doing? I think that's a person, but don't worry about it. Huh, Hyper Potion, definitely useful and not largely useless. Almost got caught by the one, but this person's mandatory, so oh well. Or Pokemon, great. Ah, Badoo! Cut it down from the sky. Rain hellfire in the form of wings. There we go. Mime Jr. can be cut down from the sky just as well. Alright. Bonus leveled up, that's good, but we gotta be careful. An Eevee, okay, that will die as well. Survived, not getting one shot. Oh god, Sand Attack, I hate it. It shouldn't be too big a deal. Or it could immediately actually affect things. I think we're fine. What do you mean we missed twice from a single Sand Attack? Yes, all the friendship for Vanis. But not if she misses 3 times. And now it's gonna miss more. Come on, Vanis, you gotta earn your keep. You gotta hit at some point. They have 1 HP. Okay, I'm pivoting. Three fucking Sand Attacks. I'm not banking on those odds. Don't know what we're gonna be up against next, so I'm just gonna throw. I'll throw Takira in. Takira has been doing things and is at full health. Don't even need to Magnitude, but it's my highest BP move, so might as well. Oh, clever! Smash it to pieces! Kill the child! Yeah, Air Slash would be very nice to get. Don't know what level you get it, though. Alright, there's that. Let's avoid this person. Snag this item. An ether, that's good to have. It's very good to have. More berries? Raspberries, I don't think those are really worthwhile, but whatever. I'll bike here to avoid the grass. Ah. I avoid the grass, but face a trainer in return. And my current plan is I'll dip up into the daycare town, heal up, dip into the tower, if it's accessible. I think it should be. And then catch something there. And then I think we'll loop back down and around to pick up some of the former encounters we had. Yes, and I believe raspberries are one of the Poffin ingredients ones. I never did anything with Poffins, even as a kid. I don't even fully know what they do. Alright, there we go. Nice and simple. Vanis is continuing to rack up that friendship. Let's avoid them. Alright. Yep, can just access that nice and easy. We're in town, something's happening. How did you appear over there? You went that way last time we saw you. He went... Okay. Did you go through the mountain? Anyways, berries. Berries. I wonder if we can get Great Balls or Super Repels yet. Ah, right. Is that literally the only thing it's used for? That is absurd if it is. Alright. Gonna duck into the shop to see if it has new stuff. Ah, Dusk Balls. Those are gonna actually be huge for given the time of day I'm playing at. We got Super Repels. Okay. If I remember correctly, are Dust Balls in their ideal environment as good as Ultra Balls or Great Balls? Or just better? I forget. Either way, I'll pick some up and I'll pick up a Super Repel or two. I assume it's this person who sells the Dust Balls. No. Are the Dust Balls not sold here? Or did I just go over them? Okay, Ultra Ball level. Where are they? I do not see them. Unless it's just somewhere else for some reason. Yeah. Even if we can't pick them up here, they... Oh, Mail Lady, okay. Where is that? What? No, the Mail Lady, duh, brain. But they only had mail. Unless I'm just blind. Oh no, I am just blind. They had mail and then balls. I am blind as hell. Anyways, gonna snag several of these. I'm gonna grab 10 for now, just because we don't have a ton of money. But that is gonna be probably what I go for most of the run. In case you can't tell, I am a bit tired by the fact that I forgot who the mail lady is. Alright, we've healed up, we've done that. Alright, let's go catch ourselves some Pokemon. I might bring along a lower level Mon to serve as a catcher. Because that sounds intelligent. And, like, smart and shit. Just double checking, like, what roughly the level range we're dealing with is here. Okay, that, like, 17 to 20 range. That's manageable. I can just throw one of our lower level Mons in and that can work. True, that is true. I don't intend to buy really any healing items right now since we don't use them in battle, but could be worthwhile to pick up some at some point. Maybe Alp, because Alp actually probably has... nothing actually good for catching specifically. Padu would be our main catcher, but I'm not going to worry about leveling them right now. Well, might as well. Yeah, let's make Kadu our catcher. Until a better option appears, Kadu shall catch things for us. Actually, I probably shouldn't bench Lumpsy when we're traversing the world. I'll bench Lamosi for now. Yeah, that is the main place where the healing items get used. That and long routes that I don't want to backtrack through. Gonna do some quick Badoo leveling. Badoo shall be vaguely powerful. Don't need water sports. Bink, bonk, bink. Not gonna level them massively. for obvious reason. Not gonna worry about Worry Seed. I think I'm just gonna bring them to probably just 20. That sounds about right to me. Alright. And now, I won't put them in front yet, because just don't want to accidentally run into an encounter that's tougher. There we go. Ooh, I love the song. I love so much of the music of this gen. Alright. Into the tower we go. And let's see if we get a Duskull or a Ghastly. Because I believe those are the real options. It's a Ghastly. That's fine with me. I like Duskull vibes-wise, but Ghastly is one I have many fond memories of. Alright, let's throw an Absorb their way, see how much it does. Nightshade is a tad scary, but we're fine. We'll absorb through the pain. Yeah, I believe it's the same as Eternal Forest. I recognize it from somewhere else. Okay, did not do much there. Let's Stun Spore. Mean look, great. Honestly, that is a little concerning. I'm gonna start throwing balls immediately, I think. And I'll throw some of the Dust Balls, because I want to just get this immediately if I can. Don't want to risk Kadu. Come on, get in the ball first try, please. There we go! We actually caught something for once. Alrighty. What to name our Ghastly? Yes, early Ultra Ball is so nice. Veffit. Veffit the Ghastly. And that's that. Don't think there's anything, like, immediately super valuable in here for me to grab. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can always come back to get it later, though. There we go. Gonna just heal up real quick again. Not that it's, like, the biggest deal in the world. And then we can do some backtracking if we want. Hypothetically, I could actually just do that in my own time, though, between streams. Okay, good to know. The ghost tag to buff stuff could be nice at some point, depending on what teams look like, but don't need that right now. Alright. Do I go back now? Or save it for, like, between streaming? It would just be a lot of catching. But also catching is fun and exciting. Gonna wait for this route until a later date, like I mentioned. But let's do a little backtracking. Let's do a little bit of stuff. I think I avoided this guy before, so of course they quick turn, and I have Badoo in front. I need to stop doing that. We'll catch a couple lads. And then that's probably where I'll leave things. Maybe we'll close things out by getting Rotom. the true mirror match. Same gender, same level. Oh my god. Yeah, Vonis, cut them to pieces. Oh, the joggers only fight during the day? I did not realize that. Look at you with all your random niche knowledge. Presumably this one-shots. It does. Can't rely on Vonis too much. It's gonna just get too much XP if I'm not careful. Bonsley, huh? Not specifically useful against them, but wing attack is a wing attack. Yeah, I guess it's not super effective. They learned wing attack, dear God! That actually is slightly annoying, because for mobs, could have just grass cut them, but now they have a flying type move. Do I just brute force it with Vonus? I think I just brute force it with Vonus. Yeah, for the fighting gym, Vonus will absolutely be good. So, need to make sure that we don't overlevel them for that. Anyways, that worked. We have a few levels to go, though. A Pichu? A little bitty Pichu? Clutch it down. Yeah, water would have been in the way. That would have made sense. It's fine, though. Vonus has this. I don't think there's any big fights that we have between now and the gym, so as long as we have, like, a level or two of wiggle room, we should be fine. I don't think we have, like, another rival battle or anything like that. I forget actually when the next piece of the Team Galactic plotline happens, though. Maybe we'll do something with them. Worst case scenario, we bench Vonus. Yeah, fucking Nasty Plot. My dreams of Nasty Plot were destroyed. Alright. Won't have to deal with them anymore, though, which is the one upside of fighting the people. Oh, and I never went down, I guess. What route is this? Is it worthwhile catching something over here? Never mind, I just can't go down here right now. Okay, good to know the rough outline. Alright. 208, we had the failed encounter, so nothing really to do here. Gonna go up around this way, because it should be the fastest way to the stairs. Alright. I think we mandatorily fought that guy, yeah. This guy turns, though. Alright, into the cave. We technically never got our encounter here because we gave me grace. I feel like this rock has something. It does not. It's just a conspicuously placed rock. Okay, that's a Clefairy. Alright. I guess we were getting a Clefairy. That works for me, I guess. We stun Spore. Hit it first try, which is nice. Don't love how much damage Kadu is taking. Jesus Christ. They hit 5 times. I'm going to pivot and throw a ball. Vonus is our highest level, so might as well. Clefairy isn't, like, the best option here, I would say. But, you know, I'll take it. And might as well Dusk Ball it up, because it's just good. Right, yeah. I'm vaguely remembering now. There we go. We got ourselves something I will probably never use. Yes, Fairy type. Though I have not played, like, much of any of the games that have Fairy type is such a nice addition. Luolo. Go to the box, Luolo. Alright, there we go. Oh, we could've got a Chingling. I like Chingling. I've never used one, but I just like them. They're a little guy. I should get Kadu out of the front, because they are in danger. Alright. I also could just potion them, but playing it safe. Let me out! I could have repelled, but I'm not worrying about it. Meditite would also have been nice, but we take what we can get. Yes, very much so. Fodder for the future. As brutal as that is to say. Yes, we can go to the rock gym to just get a heal if need be. No quick turn. Oh, but that's mandatory fights if I go that way. Okay. I go with it. I can't go back this way, so I just fucked myself. Oh well. Guess we got some mandatory fights to do. A Geodude, huh? Wild. Anyways, I got a bigger one. Anyways, time to have Mubs do some work. Yeah, inevitably it's all gonna be Geodudes, maybe an on it. It's self-destructed. Hopefully that doesn't kill. It does not, but I'm gonna pivot for Mubs probably. Wilds. Nose pad. Funny. Funny, very funny. Surely we'll be fine. We outspeed. Yeah, I was a bit concerned there. I didn't think it would kill, but it did scare me. There we go. Nice and simple. Nothing to worry about. Exploding Geodude isn't real. It can't hurt you. Yes, our Takir knows self-destruct as well, but I'm not... Oh, I guess you were talking about the nose pass. Hopefully not. Didn't matter in the long run, but anyways, I decided to fight this person on their own, I guess. Oh well, whatever. A Pachirisu, huh? Can it survive a fucking magnitude earthquake? Fucking charm. Only a 6 probably won't kill, but we are 5 levels above. Yeah, I know. Either way, surely dies to this unless we get a low magnitude. That's not a low magnitude. That probably would have one shot on its own. There we go. Now just have to fight their partner, presumably, because I imagine I can't sneak past them. Yep. Would have been faster if I just did both at once. Oh well. Only the one Mon, though, so we'll go quick. A Chimchar, you say? Once again, it will not survive the magnitude something earthquake. Fucking taunting Takir, and then immediately getting destroyed by a magnitude. Wild maneuver. Alright, that does clear up the path, though, for the future, which is nice. Yeah, magnitude would have immediately obliterated them, but oh well. We take things at one at a time. Alright, back to Orberg, where we heal up, and then we shimmy around in some grass for a while, and then we make our way to the manor. I'm guessing we're probably going to end up with a Machop from the one route, but we could end up with a Gligar, or even a Kricketune, I believe. Off we go. Oop, wrong turn. There we go. And let's get our catcher out in front. There we are. Yeah, no, I love Gligar's vibes. It's funny to say, this is like a wild place for this to be the case. My biggest, like my most prominent and fondest memories of Gligar, is from a fucking, like, unofficial Pokemon tabletop RPG campaign I was in, where one of the players had a Gligar as their starter. Wild thing to bring up, I know, but that is where I have the most memories of Gligar. Oh god, I was very much fond of that campaign. I played a man who lived in the woods, and I had a fucking Talonflame. I'm forgetting what the Fletchling, I think, is the starting of that line as my starter. I shot arrows at Pokemon. That game is wild. It's wild. There's a lot of different TTRPGs for Pokemon of varying levels of complexity. The one I played was Pokemon Tabletop United, which is, as far as I know, one of the more complicated ones. It's fucking wild. You have full stat blocks for your trainer and all of your Pokemon. It's sort of fucked up. That's something I feel like that would be cool to do at some point. I'd have to set it up inevitably, but that's an of course scenario. Yeah, randomizers have been something I've never really explored on my own, and I feel like could be pretty cool. I don't know when I'd want to do one necessarily, because I like just sort of going through the games, and it'll also be cool for the next few, because, you know, I haven't played them at all, so it'll be blind. But I would absolutely be up to do a randomized run at some point on stream. What to name? Rizel or Rizel? Rizel, I think. Yeah, it would be a cool thing to be like, after I've explored a lot of the games more thoroughly, to then go for the bigger, more chaotic challenge. No, Ponyta, I already have one of you. Alright, but now we move on to the Manor for Rotom, I believe. Uh-oh, we can't escape, and this is a grass type against a fire type. Uh-oh. Puncha's fast, can't escape. Why are they just tail whipping? I mean, I sort of appreciate it over actually attacking, but okay. Okay, we're safe, we're safe. We are fine. Gonna pivot Badoo out of front just for safekeeping. Getting on my bike. Running into another random encounter. Nope, too late Machop, I already got one. But it's good to get a Machop. That's a good thing to have, a fighting type. Of course, Riolu is sort of the standout for this gen, which I'm a fan of. But having one in general is just good. That is a good question. I forget what the exact, like, quantification of what makes them show up, or if it's completely random, but who knows? Who knows? Alright, I'm also gonna need to remember what room Rotom is in. Or just look it up, to be simple. Into the forest. Not even gonna talk to Regania or whatever her name is. Just gonna go in. Completely random? Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, who knows? Who knows? Might run into it. I don't think I ever did as a kid, or if I did, I don't remember it. I remember being very spooked of the manor when I was a kid. Did not explore it much because I was just spooked by it. Of course, one more encounter randomly in the forest for the for the road. Oh, neither. That's worth picking up. Huh. Wacky. That is wild. I think I did hear about that at some point, but it sort of left my mind. All right. Let's see. Where am I going? What am I doing? What place am I searching for? Da 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 da. Okay, upstairs, first door on left in the hallway. Okay. God, the music here is great. It absolutely is part of what spooked me when I was young, but it absolutely sets the vibe for this. That is cool. I like that. I don't read much in the way of comics, but I know weirdly a large amount about them for having not read many. But I've always been a fan of a lot of the Batman, Bat family, character-wise, and Damian's always been up there for me. I can't fucking escape this gaslight. The fucking... Why can't I escape fucking anything? It's not even doing anything. Oh, duh, I can't escape because it fucking evil-eyed me or whatever. I'm dumb and wasn't paying attention. Chuck a rock at it. There we go. Man, it is surprising that Alfred has not been brought back yet. I imagine they'll do it at some point, whether it's just like in an alternate, continuity or something, but... First door on the left. I assume that means first door all the way down the line. I don't fucking know that. I'll just check rooms. And maybe I'll put on a rappel just to make things simpler. I have a few of them, so... Alright, just gonna dip into rooms. Oh, no. Here it is. Oh, I did not put Purdue in front. Not gonna thump on the TV yet. Good thing it gives me the option. Karu, go to the front. I believe it's supposed to be level 20, so we should be fine here. We thump the TV, and we face Rhoda. I don't know if I ever did this as a kid. Ooh, the music. Or at the very least, if I ever did this, I don't remember doing it. Alright, Stun Spore. Okay, Uproar. God. Anyways, don't love how much that did to us. I'm gonna let the Stun Spore go off, and then I'm gonna pivot, and I'm just gonna chuck a ball, I think. The classic tactic. What moveset does it have right now? If, like, it matters. Thundershock, Confuse Ray, Uproar, okay. I guess I just throw in one of my tankier folks. Yeah, realistically. What's Shmub's, like, special resistance? I don't think this really matters, but... I'll put Lumpsy in. I feel like my friend probably can. I feel like that would be fair to the run. I don't think that really breaks things. Alright. Dusk Ball. Yeah. No, there's something I like about... Hell yeah, we got it first try. There's something I like about, like, limited, like, time things, but for long-term, like, playability, it's always annoying. Oh yeah, duh. I was forgetting that Uproar is just, like, one of those moves where you just keep doing it. Anyways, hello, Rotom. You have joined the family. Zovux. Sure. Why not? Anyway, Zovux, welcome to the box. You will maybe get some use at some point. Probably will. But we have sort of our mainstay electric type in the party already. But alright. Yeah, with that, we have caught ourselves a little guy. Which is very nice. Yeah. No, the like, mythical Pokemon, I feel like, were the main, like, special gift things that I remember. But yeah, now with that, it's pretty much just backtracking to where we were and moving on from there. But I think I'm gonna call things here, all things considered. I know it's a bit of a shorter stream, all things considered, but long day. I'll just say that. And yeah, I feel like we're at a decent stopping point anyways. So tomorrow will come, well, not tomorrow. In a future week, I shall continue, and we can catch that Ralts first thing, and then we can continue onward. Merely assuming it ends up as a Ralts. God, Darkrai, and fucking Rickrolls, yeah. I'm such a fan of Darkrai. But yeah, so thinking about next week, is next week when Star Rail shouldn't be coming out next week, it should be the week after, right? Yeah, I think so. Unless timing is weird, I think it'll be the week after. Anyways, next week will probably be more of this, unless secretly it is next week that Star Rail is coming out. Then it would obviously be that. Either way, then Zenless is going to overlap with that to some degree, probably again. Yeah, and mentioning Arknights, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I might this weekend start Arknights. Because, you know, I set up the one poll to determine if it's original Arknights or Enfield. It's pretty obvious which one's gonna win, but you know, I gave it a good shot for anybody who loves the original one more. And so I might start that this weekend, because by then I'll be able to tell which one wins the poll, and make sure everything's downloaded and ready. But that sort of depends on what my schedule looks like, what my availability looks like. So maybe this weekend, if not, probably the next weekend or just at some point next week. Yeah, and after that, it would be like Star Rail, Zenless, and more after that. So yeah, with all that said, hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did, even though things were a bit of a bummer at multiple points with not having Pokeballs well, enough Pokeballs for the Gibble, and not knowing that the routes could teleport. But otherwise, I feel like we did pretty well here. We got some good Mons. Despite that, we got through a gym, a rival battle. Yeah, and all that was pretty smooth. So next time more, and hopefully longer. Yeah, so with that, yeah, see you next time. I'm bad at endings.